Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew.
I'm not modeling anymore for the two of you.
Loveline.
Hey, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. All right. Should we get to the phones?
If you wish. No millennium statements or anything from you?
I'm not really into all that stuff.
Not into artificial sort of counting of the passage of time.
No, it's pretty random and kind of arbitrary to me, and it doesn't really mean that much. And I think it's kind of weird as a society when we we attach a lot of importance to things that are fairly random sometimes. You happen to be born
artificial.
And artificial. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to change. But here's what will change. You do a little work, your life will get a little better. Anything but talk about that. I mean, that's kind of what we do. I mean, my New Year's resolutions for the last 10 years have always just been be better this year than you were last year, and that's about it. I don't know if that means doing a little less of this and a little more of that, but you can't trick yourself into succeeding. You just do a little better.
Right.
Just progress. That's a good New Year's resolution. Daniel?
Yes?
You're 16.
Right.
What's up?
Well, my girlfriend will let me go down on her, but, I feel like I should please her, but she won't let me go down on her. And I feel kind of guilty about it whenever she goes down on me because I can't do anything for her.
Does she give you a reason?
Didn't he say his girlfriend will let him go down on him?
He did, but he missed.
He screwed that one up?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Your girlfriend won't let you go down on her?
Right.
Oh, baby. I've heard worse problems. I really have.
I know it sounds weird, but I just feel guilty.
Does she have a sister?
No. I'm an only child.
Oh, boy. Daniel, just pay attention, pal.
All right.
All right.
What's your major? They have majors in your high school?
No.
Yeah, ceramics was my major.
You would have answered that way. When you were 16, how would you have answered that?
Listen, I may not have been able to read or been able to write. I may have never taken the SATs, and I may have failed 3 out of 4 classes I took, and did a short stint in junior college before I got into carpet cleaning. But I was always lucid and able to answer questions.
Your perception was that you were lucid.
That's true.
In reality, who knows?
True. Daniel?
Yes?
Why won't she let you? Has she said something?
No, she just... I haven't really talked to her about it, but...
I see. And what happens when you attempt to do this? What does she do?
Well, I'll start, unbuttoning her pants, and I'll try and, take them down, but then she'll stop me, and she'll just start putting it back up and say no.
Okay, but then she performs oral sex on you.
Right.
Interesting.
Does she say why?
No.
Okay. She's a little self-conscious.
Well, she's 16.
Yeah. This happens. Listen, this could mean 1,000 things. This could mean that she was raped when she was 5, or it could just mean...
She's not ready to go there.
She's not ready to go there.
Yeah,
and it probably means she's not ready to go there.
And he needs to begin discussing this with her. Not in that moment. Not, why? At that moment, she's not going to be comfortable to answer. Some other moment when you guys are a little sort of quiet.
And you don't even have to do it specifically as it pertains to her vagina.
Right,
I mean, you can say, listen, I really like you. And I really like everything about you, and it makes me feel good to do things for you.
Yeah.
And I wish you could just relax and let me do a few of those things. Now give me a BJ. You know how I am with oral sex. I don't fight a woman. I start down there and she stops me. I'm right back up topside again. I'm like, it's the same approach I take at the 4-way stop sign when a car gets there at the same time I do. I'll give the guy the wave, but if he sits there beat and gives me the wave, I'm gone.
That's right.
And here's something I figured out the other day at the 4-way stop sign by my house. And take this into the new millennium. This works. You get to the 4-way stop sign, and sometimes you get in that trouble. You give the person the wave. It's that side-to-side wave. You're going left to right on your dash or right to left. The wave. They look at you, they give you the wave.
Yeah.
Then you give them the wave. And then before you know it, you're just fanning each other, and no one knows when to go because no one can figure out where it started or where it's going to end.
Not in the new millennium.
Let me tell you how it works in the new millennium.
Yeah.
I did this. I didn't think about it. It's not something that I consciously did, but, man, it worked like a charm. I pulled up at a 4-way stop sign. There was a woman who was coming, and I kind of sized her up. Looked like she taught third grade, hair in a bun, and I thought I could be here all afternoon with the waving. I got to do something a little more assertive. Pulled up at the stop sign, hit at the same time she did. She got there a beat before I did, which meant she should be going, and here's the maneuver I gave her, Drew, and I know this is horrible radio, but I'll just describe it. Pulled up, looked at her, she looked at me, I went.
Pointing up.
And she went.
Well, that's the traffic cop point.
I gave her what the guy on the carrier deck does to the pilot when it's time for him to get out of here. Pointed right at her. I mean, just pointed right at her face and did that. And she just almost it lit up the back tires, peeled out, and went. And I realized the wave is sort of passive. Could be her, could be the next guy, could be anybody.
It's wave is a little bit, I'd like to go, but I'm letting you go.
Yeah, it's wishy-washy, the wave. Go. Hep. Ha. That's what it was. I mean, like when that traffic cop, and that's what cops do. What traffic cops do, they point right at you, boom, and then whoosh. Man, worked like a charm.
Wow.
I recommend it highly. And then sometimes I think I'll just point at myself. Pow. Gone. Melissa?
Yes.
You're 21.
Yes.
What's up?
Actually, I am. Okay, I have the most unique situation. People do not believe me when I say this, and I am totally being honest.
There's not much we don't believe here.
I'll make this as short as possible. I have a very close friend who gave me a really nice Christmas present. Gave me another guy. We both wanted to experiment, and we had a threesome.
Okay. Explain how this happened.
Well, we were really close friends, and I'm very open towards sex.
She gave you another guy?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Like, all right, I'll name him Bob just to keep his name safe.
Hey, by the way,
yeah.
Just all you listeners who change names of people, just call him Bob.
Just change it.
Don't announce the part where you're changing the name, the distracting part that makes us pissed off that we can't find out his real name. Just call him Bob. It's like when they do those undercover expose and they interview the guy and they have the guy's name's Mark, but they put the quotations by it.
Right.
Just put Mark.
Right.
You've disguised his voice. He's wearing a pillowcase on his head. Just put the goddamn Mark there. Yeah. I don't want to know that that's not his real name. It makes it distracting for me.
Sorry. But, anyway. So, right, me and Bob were,
I'm ruined. Go ahead.
Me and Bob were sitting, and we were talking, and I told him, just out of pure curiosity, I would always love to know what it'd be like with two guys. He's like, really? You being serious? I'm like, yeah, I'm totally serious. So he's like, all right, give me a week. And I'm thinking, nah, he's never going to do it. All of a sudden, a week later, he's like, I got a surprise for you. Come with me. And I'm like, okay. So
a week? It could have taken me 15 minutes. Just get on the phone. It took him a week to find a guy?
Well, no, because we had to make plans. We both work really, really weird hours. He works at night, and I work during the day.
All right, so your male friend got another male that he knows to come over and have sex with you while he had sex with you.
Well, we all knew each other. This isn't something out of random. We all knew each other.
All right. And so you all had sex?
Yes.
Did Bob and the other guy have sex?
No. It was pretty much they had their way with me, and they kind of got their kicks from me.
And you've always
get their kicks from each other.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, very much so.
And you've always been very sexually open.
Oh, very much so. I honestly, I have no idea why, because during my upbringing, I was never towards being open. I was told that, no, you shouldn't do that. And later on in life, I'm like, well, no, that just can't work in today's society.
Sometimes you'll go the other way when people tell you no too many times.
Yeah.
Especially if they're very aggressive with you when you're growing up.
But my problem is...
Were your parents kind of aggressive with you growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
very aggressive.
And that's typically how that gets converted into sexual sort of drive.
Well, that's what I kind of figured out.
Yeah. Listen, all you dads and moms out there that are taking a switch to the ass of your kids and yelling at them and smacking them with the Bible and all that kind of stuff, be prepared for Bob and his good buddy to team your young daughter somewhere around her 19th birthday.
But that's not my problem. My problem is this, is that now I'm in a really good relationship, a really strong relationship with my new boyfriend, which I'm not going to call Bob. He's really sweet, and, for the new millennium, he thought, well, what was your main fantasy? Because I have one. I was like, okay, what is it? He's like, you ever wonder what it would be like with two guys? And at that point, I didn't know if I should tell him.
No.
No?
Don't tell him, but what a coincidence she teams up with a guy that's ready to do this with her.
It's like,
Did this?
What a coincidence.
Does he want to do this too?
he definitely wants to do it.
Listen, he's an a-hole and he's not that into you.
No, wait. Before you start this, it's not, we've slept together maybe like twice. We've been in this relationship for a while.
Since Monday.
No,
Yeah. He may be gay. Hey, Melissa.
Yeah.
Listen, how serious can the guy be about you and the relationship if he's thinking about bringing another guy in to have sex with you?
Before you even get your own relationship in stride.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Listen, don't tell him you've done it before.
Should I just get my kicks and just let him go, or should I just say, hey, well,
Melissa, listen,
not.
honey, get some therapy, would you?
What do you mean?
You're whacked out.
Oh, what do you mean I'm whacked?
All right, listen. Here's what I want you to do. Don't get pregnant.
I'm on the pill, and...
Good.
There we
Good.
go.
And try not to rack up too many miles. You'll regret it. All right?
Seriously?
All right.
Yeah, you
yes.
will.
Yes.
You really think I'm a fruit?
No, you're not a fruit. And you're not sick for
She is a little nutty. She's a little whacked.
But she's misinterpreting her sort of impulses. I'm just an open person. I'm just into this. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
What a
yeah,
coincidence.
right. Dad beat her a little bit, but now everyone's daddy. Robyn,
Hi.
you're 20.
Yeah, okay. This question is for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Me and my fiance, we have been together for about 3 years, and we have a wonderful, prosperous, intimate relationship. But for the last 2 or 3 weeks, when we make love, when he goes to climax, before he has an orgasm, it's like he doesn't have an orgasm, but he gets a very terrible, abdominal pain.
And he's never able to have an orgasm?
Well, it's only been like this for the last 2-3 weeks. But other than that, I mean, he would always have an orgasm.
Now he's not able to have ones?
Well,
She didn't finish her thought.
Right.
Now he's not able to have an orgasm? Well, it's only been this way for 3 weeks.
well, no, I mean, he's also, I was wondering if it could be, stress.
Hold on a second. I
She still
wonder...
hasn't answered the question.
I know. I wonder... Our listeners, our callers to this show must not be able to travel. And let me explain why they cannot travel.
These are people for whom the whole seatbelt thing needs to be repeated 1,000 times.
Even that doesn't need to be repeated for a monkey. Listen to me. Here's why they can't travel. Because that part where the woman at the checkout desk says, has anyone asked you to carry a bag for them, or has your bag been out of your sight today? That part must just trip them up completely. Yeah, I don't think they could answer that. Do you think so?
They could say no and happen to hit it right.
Oh, they might get lucky just by saying no. You're probably right. They probably keep our callers probably have a little 3x5 card that just says no on it that they pull out of their front pocket. And the whole thing is like, if someone asks you a question and you're confused by it, just refer to the card. And I think it actually says in front of no.
Huh?
All right,
Excuse me?
Let's not. Drew, don't attack poor Robyn anymore. Robyn, is he able to have an orgasm?
Normally, yes.
All right, I'm going to put you on hold for about 20 minutes, okay? Okay?
She doesn't understand
why. See, I listen, it's like, I don't care if the puppy doesn't know why it's being smacked with the rolled up newspaper. It crapped on the sofa.
Yeah.
It's getting whacked with the paper. That's it. Trying for 20 minutes to figure out whether the guy actually has the orgasm with the intense abdominal pain or no orgasm with the abdominal pain, and we can't seem to get to it. Sheri?
Sherry. Hi. I guess my question
Do you
is...
spell your name that way?
Yeah, I know my name that way, thanks.
S-H-E-R-E-E?
S-H-E-R-R-Y.
Okay.
Okay, that makes more sense. What's up?
Okay. I've been going out with this guy for about a year. He's a good guy. He's pre-med, and he's actually double majoring in psychology, and he really looks up to Dr. Drew a lot, and he's really smart. He's a great guy, except for the problem I'm having now is I'm starting to feel a little neglected because he lives with his parents, which is cool. He really loves his parents, talks about them all the time, but he spends all of his time with his parents, and he lives just 20 minutes away with his parents, and I've never met his parents. He breaks plans with me all the time to go shopping with his mom. Tomorrow's New Year's, and tonight I was just feeling worse because tomorrow's New Year's, and he'd rather go up to his lake place with his parents and do something with me.
How long have you been going out?
almost a year.
He breaks plans with you to go shopping with his mom?
Yeah, with his brother. My parents wanted to take him out to dinner. My parents have only met him like once.
I know, this may just be my own particular upbringing speaking, but I don't trust people that even speak to their parents. I really,
Oh, really?
I really don't trust them, especially guys and especially with their mom.
Well, he's admitted before that he's kind of a mama's boy, but I just feel bad because, like, he talks about his parents all the time, and I know he loves them very much, and, like, I just don't understand. Like, I'm starting to really feel bad. Like, he doesn't, like, he's ashamed of me, or
maybe he just can't individuate enough from that family to have a relationship that he's really willing to step forward and be a part of.
How does his mom treat you?
She's never met her.
I've never met.
Oh, you've never met?
Never.
I didn't hear that part.
I've never met his brother. I've been, he lives 20 minutes away. I've been to his house once, and that was just to, like, pick up something and, like, left quick.
Uh-huh.
And it's just, and it gets kind of old because, like, we're always at my place. And, like, we used to go out, like, a lot, but then he got this job. He's pre-med. Now he's working in the ER of a hospital. And it's like, now it's like, forget it. He works like...
You know what it seems like to me?
He's just not having a close relationship. He's not open for a relationship right now.
Well, he doesn't seem like he's really into the relationship.
I don't think any relationship. He just doesn't sound like he's even...
Well, I think Claudia Schiffer would get him off the can.
Like a year ago, he had just gotten over a relationship that lasted like 3 or 4 years.
All right, hey, Sheri?
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of rationalizing here.
I know.
I mean,
that's my problem.
We get this call a lot with, he really digs me except for fill in the blank.
Yeah.
He's hanging out with his mom. I don't know a guy who really digs a chick who'd rather go to the mall with his mom. I really don't. I just don't. And if he's really into you, he's into you, and he ain't hanging with mom. He may like his mom. He may not take a swing at his mom, but he's going to tell his mom, hey, hit the mall without me. I'm going to go bang Sheri. You know what I mean?
I know.
So he's not that into you.
What about what?
Well, okay, Dr. Drew, I've read,
enmeshed relationships?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was telling you, is that he'd had one hypothesis, and this isn't even a theory, just a guess, is that he's so enmeshed that he hasn't individuated enough from his family to be able to be available for a real relationship. And that either they're too intrusive or he's too enmeshed or whatever it is, he's just not available for it. He's not there right now, and he's still connected to this overly evolved family system.
Has that. I was done with that phase at 6.5.
You're supposed to be done then.
I was like, I looked at my family, I sized them up, and I said, this is a huge pack of losers. And my God, I got to get out of this house.
Ever since you've been rebelling by succeeding.
Oh, my God.
Rebelling through success, huh?
My family, they're nice and they mean well, but man, at 8, I knew they were losers. 8, I mean, I looked at them at 8 years old and I said, Dad, you're a pussy. And Mom, you can't make it out of your room, and I'm getting out of the house.
I'm going to play football and build something.
I'm getting out of the house, I'm going to build something, and I'll be over at the Bohm family's house eating. That's where I'm going to be.
Bohm ski?
Just B-O-E-H-M.
Bohm Brothers.
I bought, the best thing I did all Christmas is I bought Chris Bohm, my bestest buddy growing up, I bought his dad like a big screen TV.
Oh, you told me this.
Because he was feeling, he's not doing so great. He doesn't make much money, drinks a little too much, he lives in a crappy apartment. He's got a TV set with knobs on it, kind of you got to, turn with a pair of pliers because the knob broke off it. I got this guy a big TV. I got my dad like a $30 sweater, but I got Big Bohm. I got him a big TV, and the guy was jazzed because this guy took me out motorcycle riding, and he took us to the mountains, and he bought me dinner and lunch, and I thought, you ought to repay the people.
Yeah.
I mean, I told my dad, you should buy him the TV, but you ain't going to do that, so I'll do it on your behalf. But
you didn't tell your dad that.
I did. I told my dad, maybe I had a few too many drinks at dinner, but I looked at him across the table, and I said, listen, you don't know it, but you're into a lot of families. The old Hoffer family, the Bohm family. You're into them for like, I'd say about $5,000 each.
Dude,
worth of fried chicken, worth of Magic Mountain, worth of motorcycle riding, worth of sleepovers, worth of, generally, whatever it costs to raise a kid, they're in for a taste. You know what I'm saying?
How do you react to that?
He just sat there.
Did he...
I told him, I said, I'm buying him a TV set, and you should be buying it.
Did he get
the reality
what you were saying?
Yeah, he kind of knew what I was talking about. He's heard it before.
Okay.
It's like, just more rap. It's like on the radio.
We gotta go to break.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
All right. Melanie?
Yeah?
You're 17.
Yep.
What's up?
I just have a real quick question, though. But before I ask my real question, have you seen the movie Go?
No. Yes, I did.
Go?
Did you see that one part where the guy was like, he can hold his erection in for like an hour and a half or something? I mean, have an orgasm for an hour and a half? And
Yeah.
he had an erection for like 6 months?
Right. Yeah, the black guy.
Yeah. Is that true? I mean,
No.
oh my God.
No.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I was just wondering about that.
Can you have an erection for an hour and a half?
Yeah,
orgasm right now?
orgasm.
No, you can't
No.
do that.
Oh, you're talking about that tantric sex nonsense?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody. Listen. Everybody always talks about that, amazing orgasm. The orgasm lasts for a day and a half and all that stuff. Let me tell you, the orgasm may last for a day and a half. Stuff comes out of the end of your penis for about a second and a half. I don't care if you're a yogi or a guy who works on the docks. That's it.
Yeah, you turn inside out.
Yeah, and the day you can add a few more seconds to this part about the stuff coming out of your penis, that's when I'm in. Other than that, it's just a bunch of psychological crap.
Oh, okay.
All right.
And they have erection for excessive periods, sustained for days and days. It's called priapism, and it can harm your erectile function down the line.
Ah.
All right. So, hey, Melanie,
Yeah?
you're being stalked by a guy at school?
Okay, it's not stalking.
All right.
All right, hold
Listen,
on.
we got to go to... What is it?
He's just wrote this 11-page letter, and he wants closure because he thinks I'm ignoring him, but we never went out.
He wants closure.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he wants closure.
Melanie, this is stalking.
All right. Hold on a second.
Okay.
By the way, 11 pagers was more than I wrote in high school
You're
and
retired.
junior high
You're retired.
combined.
Have you ever written the combined total of 11 pages in your life?
Well, I was like writing on the Man Show and stuff
Oh,
last
yeah,
season,
that's
and then
Didn't
if
you have scribes doing that for you?
count that. Well, yeah, I don't mean wrote. Please. What's that place where they keep the books again?
Library.
Library? Really? And they just give them to you?
No, he's got a card.
And you just walk in this big house with books and you take books home?
Yeah.
And then what? You keep them?
You came for a while.
You gotta bring them back?
Yeah.
Wow. I gotta check this out.
The picture's in the middle.
All right. We'll take a little break. We'll get back to Melanie and her stalking after this. Hey, it's Loveline. All right.
Are you inviting us?
No.
Okay, so be clear. By the way, I don't feel bad. I just want to be clear.
Why, you want to come over?
You're not inviting us. So it doesn't. I wouldn't want to invite
I don't mind you coming over. You want to come over?
Susan
I mean,
was
you
over
and
there?
Susan, yeah.
Yeah.
What's her name? Drew's beautiful wife, Susan, is here tonight. She'll be joining us at some point in the show.
The Millennium Show.
The big Millennium Show. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. I'm Adam. That is Drew. And when we left off, we're speaking of Melanie. Melanie's 17. Her some guy at school wrote her a 11-page manifesto wanting closure.
Yep. He also sketched a picture of me while sitting in class, and he handed it to me like in an envelope. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah, it's great.
You're in college now?
No, I'm in high school.
High school.
All right, he really likes you.
No, I think it's like way more
Sure,
than
stop that.
Sorry.
What?
Go ahead.
But, well, it basically started out as my friends wanted to set me up with some guy to go to the winter dance. And we totally met there. It wasn't even a date or anything like that.
Was this him?
With him, yeah.
Oh, so it was a date.
No, it wasn't a date.
Well,
We
you
just there.
got set up to go to the winter dance with him. He thought that was a date.
How was
Yeah,
that
he
not a
thought
date?
It was, but we didn't even, we danced half a dance because he just sat there like the whole night. So I danced with like a whole bunch of other people.
Okay.
And now it's like I have two groups of friends. He totally got close to one of them. And I stopped sitting with them, obviously. And
All right.
he's just like, are you avoiding me?
Is he creepy?
Yeah, he's kind of weird.
What's wrong with him?
No, nothing. He's just like always there, like at my locker. He's really, really quiet.
All right, so he's one of these obsessed guys.
Yeah. He's like a nerdy guy. Let me tell you what the future's going to hold, though, Melanie.
He's going to be
And
a
here's
producer in
why.
Hollywood.
Here's why I want you
Yeah.
really to enjoy this now.
Okay.
Really enjoy this, all right?
Why?
And I want you to remember this conversation we're having.
In
Okay.
15 years.
10 years.
10
In
years.
10 years.
10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
You will either run into him or you will hear of him. Now,
Won't, or I will.
You will.
I will, okay?
all right. Should I put her on hold for this? So I'm not
No.
That's all.
Okay, listen to me.
Okay.
I know his look now is a little bit off. Is he a skinny guy?
No, he's built.
He's built.
He's really tall, yeah. He's really tall and built, yeah.
What?
It's just, he's weird.
Okay. The point is he's going to end up heading up his own web company or something, be some sort of multi-million-dollar guy. He'll get a new look and a tailor and new haircut and all that, and you're going to have a couple of kids, maybe 3. You're going to lose one of them.
I'm going to call
though.
back in 15 years and prove you wrong, but go on.
No, you'll have a couple of kids. You'll get hooked up with a guy. And things will be okay for you. But you'll see this guy in about 10 years, and it'll be a total flip-flop situation.
What do I do for now? He wants
Don't worry about now. Worry about the next 15 years.
Am I supposed to ignore him now?
Yes,
I mean, he's always there.
just ignore him.
What's up with us?
Don't give him another morsel. And if you really don't want to go out with him, you're going to have to confront him if he keeps going.
We never went out.
Well, you're going to make clear to him that you're just not interested. And
How can I make it any more clear?
Hey, listen. Hey.
Did you told
Jesus
him?
Christ. What does he want to go out with you for? You must really be good looking.
Okay.
You must be good looking. Because, man, over the radio, it's a tough sell.
That is so mean.
All right, but just listen to me.
Okay.
I said to you, you're going to have to tell him you don't want to go out.
Did.
Okay, well then you got to call the cops. But you don't keep yelling, we didn't go out. I'm not saying you went out. I'm just saying you're going to have to tell him you don't want to go out. And understand, though, that you going to the winter dance to him is you being out in his mind.
My God.
In a big way.
I love it. I love it. I love it that there's not a human male alive that says, this chick, she's always stalking me. She's hanging out by my locker. She's drawing pictures of me. She's always looking at me. Yeah, is she one of those fat chicks? No, she's tall. She's angular. She's built. She's buxom. She's good looking. But she's getting on my nerves. I love it how guys can make a woman, not only how a guy who's tall and well built, like this guy,
Who she was anxious to go out with.
or at least would have gone out with, can turn her stomach. That cannot be done to a man. A tall, well-built, attractive woman could take a puppy and snap its neck right in front of a guy, and the guy'd be like, okay, mental note, don't leave puppies around her. You look hot, though. Can I buy you a drink? You know what I mean? I mean, that's how it works. It was like, well, we'll rationalize. Puppy probably had it coming. I'm not a puppy, so that's cool, right? I mean, you know what I mean? She could really say or do anything, and the part about her drawing a picture of you or hanging out by your locker, if it's a well-built woman, as Melanie described, fine. So be it.
It's like they'd be psyched. The guy would be all over that.
I just love it that guys can really turn off women, and that's why, guys, I swear to you, listen to me. This is my millennium message. Last night was the car seat gutter. It was a pretty important message. Tonight is the point at the other person in the car and force them to go at the four-way stop sign by moving them along like a traffic cop. Here's my other point. Less talking.
Men?
Men.
Yeah.
Don't talk. All I did in high school and for like 5 years after high school was talk. Got nothing. The second I clammed up, started getting trim. Just stop talking, guys. Don't talk. And don't worry. You can stop talking. They'll talk for you. And they'll go ahead and they'll laminate all kinds of stuff onto you. Ooh, he's very deep. He's a big thinker, this guy. Brooding. Obviously, a lot going on. All this can be gained from you not talking.
But isn't this...
Just don't talk, guys.
Isn't this guy's experience now in high school what's going to create the captains of industry of the future?
Yes.
This is it.
That's right.
The Sentinel experience.
Absolutely. This will force him to work hard, make money, and get his revenge. But, guys, I'm telling you, don't talk. You're much better off. Look at all the guys who get laid in high school. Not big gabbers. Go ahead, Tom.
I'm 15, and my parents didn't get me circumcised when I was a kid, when I was a baby.
Uh-huh.
And I was wondering if that turns chicks off.
First of all, I'm delighted to hear that the trend has finally changed. For the last 5 years it's been, I'm so pissed at my parents, they took away a piece of my body. Now it's, hey, what the hell, what were they thinking?
Yeah, but
I want to be like everybody else.
that was never from a 15-year-old. This is from guys who don't know they're gay who are in their 40s. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
That movement of my foreskin was stolen
Yeah.
and I want it back
Right.
was probably at its height about 10 years ago.
About 5 years ago, I think.
We've been doing this show for 5 years.
Yeah, it's about 3. All right. Okay.
It's more like 10.
All right.
And it was done by guys. It was guys in their 40s. It was never 15-year-olds. 15-year-olds want their penis to look like whoever's standing next to them in the shower.
Yeah.
That's your whatever the guy's got hanging between his legs. That's what you want hanging between your legs when you're in the locker room.
Just not smaller.
In junior high. Yeah. Right. Yes. Not a scaled down version. Not the abridged version of what's dangling next to you. But you want basically the same make, the same model.
And it will go girls laugh. Some women, we've had calls anyway, that they are uncomfortable with it. Now,
Some are freaked out and some aren't.
but any person of sort of any reasonable
Substance.
maturity and substance would not have any issue with
And
it.
it depends how many. Some at you're 15, the woman you're with, the girl you're with, may not have seen a bevy of other penises before yours. You know what I mean? She may not have seen one.
Squeamish, uncomfortable. That's all. Sometimes.
Right.
If she's into you, look what women have to overlook about guys anyway.
That's right.
Foreskin's going to make a big difference.
Yeah. Some women are freaked out, but that's all right. That's how you can separate the girls from the women. Chris,
What's up?
you're 18.
I'd like to say both of you are the bomb and Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Here.
Yeah. I did lots of nitrous a few weeks ago, and now when I get pissed off, I pass out.
How long are you out for?
I'm not sure, like 30 seconds. And,
You fall to the
Jesus,
ground.
scared me.
sometimes I don't go all the way out, but I, start, I don't know. I can tell I'm going out because everything turns red.
What, did you get hold of a nitrous tank?
No, I did 4 cases at 24 charges apiece. Almost 100 in one.
Wow. With 96 charges. The nitrous, what they use for propellants in like restaurant supply stores for charging up like whipped cream canisters and stuff.
I bet you there were some hydrocarbons in there too, not just nitrous.
That's pure NO2.
Nothing else?
Head shop.
Yeah, I don't know why. Where do you get them, at a head shop?
Yeah, and they give you a balloon and a cracker.
That's absolutely amazing.
What's the cracker for?
Well, that opens it into the balloon. See, what you know how this works, Drew?
Yeah.
I did this when I was in high school. You get a balloon, one of those durable balloons, one of those punching bag balloons.
Yeah.
They had like a rubber band on them, and you.
They're still around.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Your kids got those?
Oh, yeah.
I'll kill them. I go insane with that. But anyway, the point is you get one of those type of balloons, and you get a little thing. It's a little like a plastic thing with a pin in it.
Oh, right. I know what that
looks
is. Yes,
kind of like
yes.
an inhaler.
Called a cracker?
Well, that's what, this is nitrous Chris calling. What the
Okay.
hell's he know?
All right.
Is he pre-med? No, it looks like one of those little
Yeah,
inhaler
I know it
things.
is, yeah.
And you turn it, and it pierces it, and fills up the balloon. Now, does one cartridge fill up a balloon, or is it a little more?
I do too, but it...
Two cartridges. You can get 2 cartridges into one of those balloons?
Yeah, it gets it pretty big though.
Yeah, then you fill up the balloon, then you put the balloon on your mouth, and just like you were sucking it up to do that helium voice,
Wah, wah, wah.
you do it, well, that's what it does later, but you suck the whole balloon in, and then everything around you goes wah, 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 for about, it's about 30 seconds or something, and then you kind of snap back, but...
But then you want the dentist to listen to you. What was it you were trying to do?
Jesus Christ, I had such a bad high last time I was at the dentist. Hey, listen though, Chris.
Yep.
How do you do 96 of those in a sitting?
Well, as you said, it only takes like 30 seconds, and I had a really bad day and didn't have any weed, so...
So you're doing a lot of pot also.
I know, but I mean, you do 5 of those, and 8 of them, and then it's just like you got a headache, and you're kind of tired. I mean, how do you do 96 of those?
I don't get a headache. I just trip out for like 30 seconds and then bust open and do more.
Jesus Christ. How much are those things at the head shop?
About $14 for 24.
Wow.
So you smoking pot, doing any other drugs?
Shrooms and lots of alcohol.
All right.
Okay, so
you'll be fine in a couple of
well,
years.
these could be actually seizure phenomenon. It is important you see a doctor about
Jesus.
The other thing can happen, you can actually cause rhythm disturbances and damage to the heart. And so there may be some issue when you bear down or when you're getting mad, you start, tensing up, that there's a rhythm problem is induced. So these are actually quite serious symptoms and need to be evaluated.
It almost happened in the car the other day.
That's one of the issues, is that you could fall or crash your car.
Hey,
but
Chris.
more importantly, you could die.
Chris, listen to me. You're 18. You got a lot of energy in this department, man. I mean, if you can sit down and do 96 nitrous cartridges, you got some serious energy in the addiction department.
Oh, yeah.
Serious.
Yeah.
And
One time in a year, though.
Yeah, but you're a
listen,
chronic marijuana addict.
you smoke a lot of weed, you drink a lot, you do mushrooms. You got a ton of energy in this department, man. And I grew up with guys like this. I still know, but the point is, man, 10 years of just their life is ruined, forgotten, in and out of jail, screw-ups, 502s, bad relationships, lost jobs. I mean, it's a mess. You might as well just deal with it now.
Do you think it's going to be permanent, or...?
Listen, I just told you it's possible you won't survive this if you don't get this taken care of right now.
But listen, Screwball, let's say you never feel any more ill effects from the nitrous, you're still going to just clean yourself out when you're drunk and driving 6 months from now anyway, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're screwed.
Unless you deal with this.
If I were you, I'd hope this was a problem and got you to quit, because you got a lot of energy. Well, you can't sit down and do 96 of those little cartridges without having some serious momentum in that department.
He's a serious addict. Very, very serious.
96?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Another thing you do is you steal one of those tanks from the hospital. You sit in someone's garage. But then people die that way because they leave them running. And once you pass out, that's it.
Yep.
You're done. All right.
He may have had, oxygen deficiency. He actually got oxygen cut off from the brain.
Yeah.
And nitrous oxide would replace the oxygen, and you get a brain injury. You get like a stroke.
Frank is 19. When we get back, we'll speak to him. Are we going to speak to him?
If you wish. Or?
Parents are forcing her to go on birth control. Wants to know what the cheapest kind is.
She's 14.
14. We'll talk to Karen after this.
Not good.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm telling you.
Phone number, 1-800-LVE-191. Forget about the fax number. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. And when we left off, we were talking to Karen, who's 14. Your parents are forcing you to go on birth control?
Yeah.
Why?
First of all, I wanted to say something to you first. I love you so much, Adam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because, I hated you at first because you're kind of gruff,
Yeah.
But then it kind of grew on me because I listened to you every night.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you.
Okay, I'm just
So
letting you know.
you attracted to me spiritually or physically?
It's a spiritual attraction. She hated you at first.
Physically.
I see.
Repulsed
Good.
by you. This is the other thing women can do. I'm repulsed. Now I love you.
Yeah, that can happen too, although usually it goes the other way with me.
What?
They go from lukewarm to repulsed. All right. Karen,
I go from...
let's talk about you.
Okay.
What's up? So you're on the pill, right?
No, I'm not on anything.
But your parents are forcing you to go on the pill?
Yeah, I just went to the gynecologist on Tuesday.
How long does the pill take to kick in, Drew?
Depends which one you're using. Which pill are you on?
Hello?
Which medicine are you on?
I'm not on anything right now. They're going to make me go on it. But our free state plan, doesn't cover any of it. And so it's really upsetting my parents. And every time this comes up in conversation, it gets both of us really upset because she gets so upset about it.
Oh, your mother does?
Yeah.
Why is she getting you on the pill?
Because I've had sex before, and she doesn't...
That's fine.
She doesn't know any of the people who I've done it with. They're all way older than me.
Why are you doing that?
Huh?
Why are you doing that?
Where's Daddy?
Yeah.
Daddy ain't around. When did Daddy leave?
He didn't leave.
Where is he?
It's so strange. I don't understand any of this. Well, I do understand it, but I've got the perfect family. My parents are together. They've been together for 16 years.
Well, you said you do understand it. What do you understand?
I understand why I'm like this.
Why?
Because I was raped last year.
So this isn't acting out of all that. Why don't you get some rape counseling?
I've been in therapy for over a year now.
Okay.
Who raped you when you were 13?
I didn't know him.
Just like in a park or something? Or what?
It was on Halloween. It was at a party.
That's awful.
What happened?
I really don't want to get into that again.
Did you get drunk?
No, I wasn't drunk.
You were at the party?
Yeah.
Was there other people at the party?
Yeah, but not in the particular place that I was.
Are you an alcoholic, or is there alcoholism in your family?
There wasn't any there. I mean...
No, I forget that whether or not you were drinking. I'm just wondering if there is that in your family in general.
Not in my family. My mom's stepdad was a drunk person, always drunk.
But not your biological grandfather?
Nope, nobody in my family.
No. Hey, Karen?
Yeah.
There's more here. Gotta be a little more.
What I was going after is that sometimes alcoholics will deflect their feelings through compulsive behaviors, and sexual acting out is one way is to avoid actually having the feelings associated that are left around from this awful rape.
Well, I've always been a really sexual person. I get into stuff a lot faster.
Yeah.
So this guy at the party was just another guy who was at the party?
Huh?
He was just a guy at the party?
Yeah, there was a guy there.
How old was he?
I don't know. He was in his mid-20s.
Did you call the police?
No, I didn't tell anybody till about June.
How come?
Huh?
How come?
Because I couldn't. He threatened to kill me. He knew where I lived.
And how is it that you ended up alone with him where no one could hear you?
Oh, well, I was with him. Like, I...
Well, didn't you say you didn't know him?
I didn't. Previously.
Previous to knowing him?
Were you on a date with him?
No.
Were you hanging out with him?
I just met him.
At the party?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you went somewhere with him?
Yeah.
And then he raped you somewhere at the party?
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second. I got to talk to Drew.
Yeah.
There's just little like bits and pieces
not fitting
missing
together,
here.
right.
Like, where'd he take her at the party, and how come she couldn't have just screamed if the guy came at her?
Why does she, even though she doesn't know who he is, how does she believe that he can still get to her if she tells anybody?
And when did the threats come? And what's up with the 13-year-old heading out with the 20-something-year-old who she met at the party anyway?
Right.
And where did they go that was so far away that nobody could hear her? Or what's up with that? Now she just dates older guys, and the mom has forced her on birth control?
Yeah. But Dad's there, but he's... We don't really hear about the dad.
Karen?
Yeah.
Come on, what's up here?
You make me sound so horrible.
Well, no, that's not
horrible.
your fault. I'm just... But what's up? There's more here than just this.
There's so much BS the past year. I've been in and out of the hospital for suicide and other things.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about.
We're talking about a lot more here than just what you're telling us.
Yeah.
Well, what is it? Well, what are we missing here?
Well, I don't look my age. I don't seem my age. I'm into a lot of other stuff way above my head.
Like
and
what?
My conversations with people, it gets them off track. And it's my fault.
Are you on medication?
Yeah, I'm on valproic acid and Zoloft.
So you're bipolar. You're manic depressive.
Okay.
Okay, so you're manic depressive. Do you have personality disorder too, have they told you?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
How old are the guys that you usually date?
Anywhere from the youngest to 17, the oldest.
Something happened here. I mean, there's some history here that we're missing.
All right. Hey, Karen?
She's missing, by the way.
Can you do some therapy and take your meds and not date older guys for a little while?
I haven't dated anybody for 2 months.
Good.
Okay, good. There.
And the birth control is fine. That's an okay idea, but make sure you talk to your psychiatrist about it.
No, I need... You never answered.
Hang on. I'll get to the question. Karen, hang on here. We're trying to just to make sure we sort through all the details here. And the fact is, make sure you talk to the psychiatrist if you go on birth control pills, because people with bipolar illness can be set off by these pills sometimes.
He already knows.
Okay. Where can you get the pills for cheap? Planned Parenthood.
What is it?
Planned Parenthood and your family doctor or most family clinics will have tons of samples available where you get them for free.
Okay. All right. Well, a little more there than meets the ear.
As always.
As always. We'll be back.
Yo, Loveline will be right back, homie.
Neat. It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew and his better half. And we will take ourselves a little 10-second timeout. We'll be back with more of the show in just 10 seconds.
This is Loveline on
Radio
station.
For days, I could sit there and listen to them go on and on with a big smile on my face.
For Lindsay Rock Alternative.
It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Joining us in the studio. It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Joining us in the studio is Drew's lovely bride, Susan. And Susan, I don't know who I was talking to the other day about you, but I think you're much saner than you were in the past. Is that
a compliment?
I had a conversation with yes, I had a conversation with somebody, and we were talking about you, and I can't remember who it was with, but it was someone who knew you, and we both agreed. Well, actually, it was my idea. I said, Susan is different than she was, let's say, 2 years ago. Now, not a different person, but you're mellower than you used to be. Would you say that's true?
Kids are older.
Are the kids not driving you as insane? Is there therapy, or is there pharmaceuticals? Is there more help around the house?
Just more good sex.
Is that what it is? And does Drew know about this? No, I couldn't figure it out, but she looks amazing for 40. Man.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Especially on the radio.
No, I mean, you really look good.
Thank you.
I mean, really good.
You look good, too.
Thank you. 40. I can't believe you're 40. Hey, really, I mean, you're all there.
Thank
Nothing
you.
wrong with you. And you think age is mellowing you out a little bit? And not that you were bouncing off the walls before, but you had a little more energy. And I don't mean that in a good way. I mean, you're just, you're a little more hang back, you're a little more sort of go with the flow. I mean, I'm sure you're still a pain in the ass. I mean, under stressful situations. But, I mean, you're just, you're mellower. You're just easier. What'd you say?
I probably am.
Yeah, well, what do you think that is? I mean, I don't want to turn the whole show into...
Let's see. 2 years ago.
What's going on with your life?
A lot of stuff in our life.
Yeah. A lot.
Bigger house? Does that help?
Different house, older kids in all the same school.
Yeah,
I'm working less.
It seems like you've checked a few things off the list, and it's just like when you got a whole bunch of balls in the air, it's a little more stressful. It seems like you're just juggling a couple now.
I think I've achieved more, and I'm at a newer level. I'm not working so hard and running and chasing my tail all the time.
Yeah, that's good.
I've moved up in my social levels and my...
Well, you guys are living in a compound now.
Well, No,
you mean like social you mean friends.
Connections.
More friends.
I have better clients. I have more purpose, with Drew's business, and I can cut out things that I was doing just to get ahead, to get a name, and now I'm kind of like, well, I don't have to do that anymore, and I'm working with people I want to work with, and I'm being friends with who I want to be friends with.
Okay, well, let's not overdo it.
So, it changes. As you get older, you just choose what you want to do. You can let go of the things that are not important.
Okay.
So I'm trying.
Yeah.
For you, Adam.
It's working. It's working. I'm enjoying myself.
And I have had some therapy as well.
I smelled some therapy. There's something going on. It was that, or I was going to check your ass, see if you got hit with a tranquilizer dart. That's my original hypothesis. Someone must have, with a blowgun in the hedge, must have hit her with something.
And good sex.
Just mellowed right out. Yeah, Drew's good, isn't he?
Awesome.
Drew is all man, too. I mean, a lot of people look at Drew and they think of him as, especially if they just listen to radio, maybe the nebbish doctor, but they don't realize he is all man.
Deal with the fact that I am gay?
No.
He is
not.
all man. He's hung like a black rhino. I saw his penis at the airport in St. Louis. I'll never forget that day. Frank?
Yes.
You're 19?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, I got a question. It seems no matter what I do, I can never seem to attract women. And I think I'm a kind of attractive guy, but for some reason, girls just don't like me. You know, I've tried everything. My mom said I'm like a chameleon, because I keep trying new approaches with women, trying to change to get them to like me, and nothing seems to work.
Uh-huh. You sound a little uptight. I mean, not uptight, but anxious.
I'm nervous because I'm on the radio.
No,
I see.
It's a little bit. It's sort of an anger thing going on here.
Really angry?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I'm a little bit angry about it.
Yeah, well, were you angry before it?
No, I'm a very mellow person usually.
All right, but we'll ask Susan, since she's the only full woman in the room. Drew's only half woman. Susan, would you agree with this statement that women don't want to see a guy attempting to put on the veil of somebody who they're going to be interested in, but they want to see a guy doing his thing, leading his life, and they get attracted to that guy? They don't want to see a guy spending working overtime trying to figure out what they want and then creating that. They love a guy who's doing his thing, and then you two come together.
And I have a theory.
Go ahead.
And it's worked. I've given this advice to somebody else. When you meet a woman you like, tell her that you have a girlfriend, but she's a model, and she travels all over the world. And you never see her, and you're thinking about breaking up with her.
Solid.
And here's my phone number, but don't leave a message. If I don't pick up the phone, don't leave a message.
Good.
And if you're lucky, you'll get her phone number, and then she'll think that you're not available, which is much more interesting because somebody else will have you, so you must be okay.
Right. Yeah, I mean, let's look at women. Let's look at women this way. Women are into what? Jewelry, diamonds. Now, let's just take diamond as a good sort of metaphor.
Creating a market out of nothing.
Out of nothing.
Yeah.
First off,
rock.
It's a chunk of rock that is essentially useless, except for it has industrial applications, but it's useless when it's strapped onto your finger. You can take this little piece of
rocks, which by the way wash up on the shore in West Africa.
Of rock that isn't really even, it's not really even a precious stone. Yeah. It's artificially controlled by some De Beers, some cartel in South Africa, and you women can go at it to see who has the bigger one and get poor son of a bitch of guys to spend 35, 40, 100 grand on this little rock that really just only has an industrial application. Okay, why? Why? Because that's the way women think. I mean, that is something that has been, it's like a guy. The market has been adjusted, has been manipulated.
The market is created by demand.
Right.
That's it. He's in demand, his value goes up.
Right.
So maybe if you have a diamond in your pocket that you're going to give somebody else, but you're taking it back to the store, they'll call you, they'll be interested, and you can just expect that they'll give you their phone number immediately.
But it
works, I swear to God.
The problem is Frank is 19 and drives a mail cart. Do you know what I mean?
How do you know?
Because I know. He's one of these guys who,
what do you drive?
Who buys the mail cart at the auction for $800 where they take the primer paint and they just spray out the
he
U.S.
didn't tell you that. Wait.
And he's living at home. So that part about I'm dating a model who's in Europe right now probably may not fly.
Okay, you can tone it down.
Frank?
She could be in New York.
Yeah.
What kind of car do you drive?
87 Cadillac DeVille.
87?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it is 87, yeah. All right, not bad. Where'd you get the car?
It was a hand-me-down from my dad.
All right. You live at home?
Yes.
Uh-huh. What do you do for a living?
I work for my father.
What's he do?
He's a real estate appraiser.
Okay.
You don't have to be living with her, okay? She could be your girlfriend, and you're going to give her a ring, and you're together.
But the point is,
she's unavailable.
And our usual advice is, Frank, get your own ass together and get your life on gear and focus on doing something productive.
I like my way better.
No, yours is a short-term stopgap.
Right. But don't be lean and hungry. It doesn't work. Women hate it. They run for the hills. Men hate it, too.
No.
Mm-mm.
Lean and hungry does not do anything.
Claudia Schiffer, lean and hungry with Adam?
Yeah.
What would happen with Claudia Schiffer with lean and hungry for you, Adam?
Oh, lean and hungry. First off, I think we've discovered a new frozen food title here, lean and hungry. Write that down, Drew. The Dr. Drew lean and hungry cuisine. That's good. Okay, listen. Here's the example I'm going to use. A man and a woman break up, and the man's lonely. And the man's desperate, and he's been sitting in his one-bedroom apartment for the last 3 weeks, and he decides, you know what, I'm going to shave, I'm going to dust myself off, I'm going to go hit some singles club, and I'm going to go find myself a woman I'm going to score, I'm going to have a nice one-night stand, I'm going to go find myself a good-looking single chick at some party. And he goes down to the singles club, and he's having a drink, but he's got that stink on him because he got dumped a few weeks earlier, and he's depressed, and he's lonely, and maybe he's a little bit desperate, and he starts sending drinks to women down the bar. They smell that stink on him. And even though he might be an attractive guy and there's nothing wrong with him, he got dumped. And he's got a little desperation going, and his confidence isn't what it used to be. It's been broken. His ego's taken a blow, and he ain't going home with anything that night. Let's face it. You take the same situation. Attractive woman, boyfriend dumped her. She decides, I'm going to dress to the nines tonight. I've been sitting home eating Haagen-Dazs for 2 weeks. I'm going out to a singles club tonight. Guys are all over her. Guys see that.
That's easy picking.
She's weak. Her self-esteem isn't what it is.
When I was in my 20s, I was attractive, and it was the same problem.
That's what guys think.
No.
It's true.
If you're an attractive
guys
woman...
know when you're anxious and you really want to meet a nice guy.
And
they know because...
No.
They do.
They may know they don't care, is what I'm saying. They're in.
No, they're not.
The fact that you're...
Not always.
Not
the nice guys, not the ones that you...
The fact that you're... Well, maybe you ain't marrying them that evening, but they'll be around.
But if you tell them that you have a boyfriend, suddenly the whole room will get up and try to date you.
No.
I swear to God.
No.
They have a meeting, right, Drew?
No.
The women do. Guys don't.
No, the men do
Guys
too.
don't. Listen to me,
I
screwball.
swear to God.
Listen, shut Susan's mic off. It's getting out of hand now.
You think it's a one-way street.
I am telling you, if you're at a party and there's a beautiful woman and she says, I got a boyfriend, you go, bummer. And if you talk to that beautiful woman and she says, yeah, I'm single, you go, yeah, I'm more into her. I'm definitely more into her because she's single. We don't need to be enticed. The fact that she's an attractive woman, that's what we're in for. All the other stuff's just a bunch of crap that's going to get in the way.
Yeah, but if she's got a boyfriend, then it's safe. He doesn't have to worry about commitment.
No. We don't care because we'll fool her for the night anyway. We'll talk about commitment. No, I mean seriously, Susan, you're way off here.
Okay, sorry.
All right, Barrett.
Right as it pertains to women. Though.
I tried.
Right as it pertains to women, but not with men. Barrett, you're 15.
Yeah, hey, what's up?
What's up?
I was talking to my friend the other day, and I had mentioned to him that when I was masturbating, my testicle had gone up like inside of me, like in the pelvis area.
That's normal.
It's normal?
Yep, happens to a lot of guys.
Okay, like what causes it, like?
That's where your testes come from in the first place. They descend down from the hinterlands where you would have grown ovaries if you didn't have a Y chromosome.
They're like salmon going upstream.
Yeah.
Back to the original spawning place.
They want to return. Yeah,
they're returning.
Yeah. But it's okay. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, why do they do it while you're masturbating, though?
The cream hysteric. It's actually as you ejaculate, right?
No, it was before.
Or just at about the time of ejaculation?
How much before? How many minutes?
I honestly don't remember.
It's right at the time of ejaculation. There's a cream hysteric response.
I'm sorry.
It used to happen to me until I started tying a gym sock and a knot at the base of my scrotum so as not to let them wander.
That's good.
Yeah. It's good, and it's extra absorbent. All right, where are we going here, Drew? Line 3. Melissa?
Yeah?
You're 18? Mm-hmm. You're on with our special guest tonight, the beautiful Susan.
Oh, hi.
That's,
Hi.
Drew's lovely wife. And do you know, and you must know.
I don't know anything, though. Remember?
No, she doesn't know anything, but here's
I'm
one thing
old
you do
now.
know. How many women are hot for your husband? Oh, man. I know that must drive you insane, but it's so true. It's so true. And how allegedly dedicated he is.
How unresponsive, how little I respond to that.
He has no response, like he doesn't have a pulse. And I know no response will ever be good enough for you, or no lack of response will ever be enough of a lack of response for you, Susan. But I'm telling you, it cannot get any better than Drew.
Because I'm hot.
It is not humanly possible. It is not humanly possible. You understand? I mean, you just can't get better than Drew. You can't. And that's what drives the women nuts, too, by the way.
He's the best.
Melissa?
Yeah.
Okay,
You're
Melissa.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Adam, for that little point.
Except for Jenna Jameson. Go ahead, Melissa.
Okay, well, my best friend's dad wants to, like, have a relationship with me.
Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
And I don't know if I should go through with it, though, because my friend has no idea of this, but...
How old is he?
He's 33.
He's 33?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. He had her when he was 15 or something?
16, I believe it was. She's 15. She's younger than me.
Not a good thing, Melissa.
And your best friend is 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird already.
She's like not my neighbor, but we used to live near each other, so when I moved out, like, away...
It's that best friend arrangement.
Yeah.
Contact,
Yeah.
so.
Magically, your best friend lives next door to you. And then later on, when you get a car, you realize, not my best friend anymore. You know, and people always talk about it. They go, what happened to you and Stu? You guys were really tight. Yeah, we were best friends. Uh-huh. Well, what happened? Hey, you know, we kind of drifted apart. It's like, no, I got my driver's license. I drove. And then I realized, I don't have to be best friends with the guy who lives across the street. What an amazing coincidence that everyone's best friend lives across the street from them when they grow up. How does that happen? How does God take everyone, pair them up so magically that way from a geographic standpoint? Or is this just some idiot who lives across the street from you, and because you have no range, you're screwed?
Melissa.
It's like you meet your soulmate. You know, your soulmate, which is your first girlfriend when you're 15, magically sits behind you in a chemistry class. Michael is, in the case, ceramics class. But
Well, back to the point.
be different. All right. So she wants to have sex.
So, Melissa, we obviously
Or he wants to have sex with her.
encouraging this with you to be with any 33-year-old. We wonder why you'd want to be with somebody that much older than yourself.
Well, okay, there's a big story behind everything, but I don't have my parents with me right now, and so I'm living with my grandparents. But
Where are your parents?
okay, my dad, I've never seen him before. I think he used to, like, beat my mom, so he's, like, in jail and, like, did all this other stuff. I never really heard anything about him.
Uh-huh.
And then
What a surprise
my
that
mom,
she'd be attracted to an older man.
she had a boyfriend, and she was caught trying to give him drugs in jail one time.
So they're both drug addicts.
She's away. I don't know where. She's, like, in jail. I don't really want to talk to her. And one reason I guess I want to be with this guy is because I have two little sisters, and they're away in Washington right now. And I really want, I want custody of them, or somehow I want them, because I don't want them to
You want
grow.
custody of your sisters?
Yeah, but I want somehow, maybe if I don't know.
Who are they living with?
They're living with my aunt.
So your plan is to date or marry an older guy and then get custody of the sisters?
Maybe somehow. I want my sisters, and
Why don't
I
you
really
just...
like this guy though. My friend's dad, and
Your friend's dad's an a-hole. We can guarantee it.
Oh, boy.
Guaranteed.
Hey, Melissa?
What if it doesn't work
I feel
out?
like that when I'm with him, I feel like he cares. Like, he tells me stuff that, like, no one's ever told me like that.
I know, like, hi. How
No,
are
like-
you?
All right, you want to get high?
Or how about some oral sex?
No, he doesn't say that, but
Well,
he just...
may I please have some oral sex, sir?
What if it doesn't work out and you live across the street from him, and then you have to look at him every day when it didn't work out?
Oh, so I don't live near them no more. I live, like,
Okay.
actually, like, 30 minutes.
Hey, Melissa?
Yeah.
Listen to me, because I'm a genius. I'm a self-labeled genius. You've been through hell in your life, and your compass is spinning around like when they do those Devil's Triangle movies.
Yeah.
That's what your compass looks like, and I feel sorry for you because your dad's an idiot and your mom's an idiot and everything's a mess. But you being attracted to this 33-year-old guy
Not the
is
answer.
just a manifestation of all the crap you've been through in your life. And I know it feels powerful, but it's only based on your horrible dad and your horrible mom. And this guy is not a good guy.
He's another horrible dad.
He's another horrible dad, and I guarantee it. And I guarantee that if you get together with this guy, you're going to get pregnant, he's going to take off, and then you will have your own child who doesn't know his dad, just like you don't know your dad. This is what I guarantee is going to happen.
And your desire to help your sisters, although it's noble, is really a desire to protect them from the awful feelings that you've had, when in fact they're in the hands of adults right now. You focus on developing yourself, go to school, get some independence, then maybe you can help take care of your sisters. But right now you've got to let
Read a
adults do
book,
this.
get some therapy, and please don't get pregnant. Please don't. Please. When I'm in power, I will go find her two younger sisters, and I'll put a homing beacon and Norplant in them. This is exactly how I'm going to run this country when I'm in
How
power.
about just the morning after pill in everybody's cabin?
No. I will look. I will have like a few different levels. It'll be like, it'll be like code blue, code purple, and code red. And the people, this will be a code red situation. I will know through my data collection system that her 2 younger sisters are being raised by her aunt, who God knows what kind of shape she's in, by the way, because she's
somebody's sister.
Somebody's sister in that family. These 2 girls have a 7,000% higher percent chance of becoming pregnant before they're 20 and costing the state more money. And I will put a homing beacon and Norplant on them. And for those of you who think that's cruel, it's for their own good. Hey, everybody. You know when, Betty White comes on TV late night and begs you to get your cat spayed or neutered? Why do you think Betty White does that? Because she hates cats or because she loves them? Do you know what I'm saying? She loves cats, this Betty White. She was on the Golden Girls, and your older listeners may remember from Mary Tyler Moore. But the point is think about this. When these so-called animal lovers come on and they run these PSAs and they beg you, get your cat or dog spayed or neutered. Why do they do this? Because they love them, because it's cruel to have a bunch of unwanted kittens running around out there getting eaten by coyotes and run over by milk trucks. It's cruel to them.
Okay.
Hey, well, quiet down over there, Susan.
Okay.
Here's what I'm saying. Why can't we apply that logic to human beings? I mean, think about it. Why doesn't the logic apply?
I agree.
It applies, comrade.
I totally agree. Absolutely.
Really?
Now it's going to break.
Okay.
Okay.
Take a break. Hey, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Drew. Susan, Drew's lovely wife, is here tonight. Beautiful wife.
I'll do my bikini line if you do your ass.
We were talking about hair and how Drew has no hair on his body. And
Well, he has some.
I look like a chia pet. But the thing about me is I don't have hair on my back, which I know is where women hate it the most, although I do have it on my back side, which women are
You have in your upper crack
not
region.
excited about either. What? Upper crack?
Upper crack region?
I have hair on my ass
Dr. Jick would love him.
and in my ass.
On your
hair in your crack.
I have hair on my ass, in my ass, and up my ass.
Put that on a card, please, will you?
But I don't have any hair on my back at all. And I know women are
How about your ears?
repulsed by that.
Do you have any in your ears?
I have hair in my ears
That's a turn on.
that I have to pluck out.
And when you get old and you can't see it anymore, it's really long.
I don't have a ton of hair on my belly and chest. It's sort of proportional, sort of looks right.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird. Like nobody has as much hair on their ass and no hair on their back as I do.
Right.
As a matter of fact, most guys have some hair on their back and very little on their ass. But
You were lucky.
by the time they get an ass as hairy as mine, their back would be completely covered.
I have an
with
interesting
hair.
question, because we've all,
Yes.
me particularly, and of course all of our listeners have heard you regale us with stories about your hairy ass.
Mm-hmm.
But how old were you when that developed?
Hard to tell.
No, seriously.
I don't know because
You wake up one morning and oh, holy Christ! What happened here?
You went to buy underwear.
You know, it wasn't there in high school, I'll tell you that.
Really?
And then after that, I just kind of lost track of what was going on
Maybe
back
some
there.
reaction to carpet cleaning or something, some sort of chemical.
Could have been the soil bust that we were using.
Or maybe there was some sort of radiation out at Edwards Air Force Base, some radiation exposure.
You're trying to work this into some sort of new comic book hero?
I sort of,
hairy ass man?
I sort of had a Gilligan's Island type story going in my head.
No, I don't know when it hit, but it's hit. And
when did you realize? Did you just wake up one day and you were so depressed it didn't matter?
I had hair on my... What do you want me to do about it, by the way?
Well, no, it just you talked about it so much. I just realized
Laser.
That it should have been kind of traumatizing to you when you woke up and realized that. Oh my God! Holy God in heaven!
Let me tell you something about the hair on my ass, and I'll be quite candid here.
It's interesting to have a third person in the room looking. It's like, what the hell are these guys talking about?
Even though most women are repulsed by the notion of hair on the ass, practically never had a problem with it. No
Yeah, but
woman's
that-
ever had a beef with
again,
the
that's
hair on
women,
the ass.
that women and their ability to tolerate the impossible.
It's
as
kind of
opposed to a man.
it's
As long
nice.
as it's not on your penis.
It's the best hair on me. I mean, it feels better than any hair.
So
I mean,
it's kind of like
good
a pet.
hair.
It's like a cat or something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice. It's not all Brillo-y and stuff like the rest of my hair.
Aw,
You know, it's not
That's lovely.
it's not all wiry and stuff.
Has anybody
you
ever
know?
wanted to comb it or braid it or
I
anything?
braided
Play
my
it?
ass shut once. I couldn't take a crap for a week. I had they call it it's a cornrow. It's a little variation on the.
You sure they were talking about?
I think actually they call it the cornhole. That's right. It was not a cornhole.
Oh, Lord.
Served no purpose.
But Drew had an interesting point during the commercial, which was
funny.
women are so repulsed by guys with hair on their back that those guys aren't getting laid as much, therefore doing less reproducing, and eventually will breed the hairy-backed guys right out of existence.
I think it's why hair has sort of come off the human species. It's because the female won't reproduce with the hairier males.
Interesting. Yeah, well, very solid. All right.
Again.
One of Drew's few interesting thoughts of the year. Tony,
Of the century.
Tony?
of the millennium, you're 28. What's up?
Well, I just have to say you guys are really entertaining.
Thanks.
I was on my way home from the beach, and I was thinking I'd never have a reason to call you guys, but then I thought of something, and I thought, you know what, I better ask about this, because
All right.
it's kind of becoming a problem.
All right.
Okay, I've been with the same guy for about 1.5 years, and he's actually sleeping in the other room right now, so I'm trying to keep my voice down. He, for some reason, ever since we've been together, he doesn't like me to touch or fondle his penis. Even when we're starting to get into the act, you know, it's really weird. And when I said, what is the deal with that? He says, well, I figure the more I keep you away from it, the more you're going to want it.
Oh, that's BS. That's ridiculous.
And it's just so strange. And it kind of gets into, I was listening to earlier when you were saying that, you know, when a girl doesn't want you to go down on her, then you kind of just come back up and say, fine, whatever, you know,
Right.
better for me. Well, he does not like blowjobs.
What?
He doesn't like blowjobs.
Adam, calm down, boy.
I mean,
All
I
right.
haven't been with very many guys.
Oh, hold on. Now I was going to say, I don't really much like the fondling or the diddling of the junk myself, because my hand gets jealous. To tell you
The
the
what?
truth. The junk, but that's only because I've discovered the blowjob.
Yeah.
And, you know, once you go in that way, it's hard to go back, you know. I mean, everything else is a distant second. But if he doesn't like the BJ either, that's...
That dog is a gay homosexual.
He has said, I don't like it. I don't like this.
He says, you know, why would we mess around with that when we can just do it, you know?
He just likes the intercourse.
And then he made a comment. This was really weird, and I thought maybe Drew had some insight to this, or maybe you do too. He made a comment to me that that's something like a $10 hooker would do, not something.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's revealing.
Oh, yeah,
like
that means
it's
something.
cheap almost.
See, I'll never, ever embarrass my ladies or humiliate them with that $10 hooker nonsense. I go $30 hooker every time. You know what I'm saying? Make them feel good about themselves.
Yeah, that's revealing.
It is.
Well, he has funny feelings about that act, obviously. He also probably idealizes you in ways that are sort of unrealistic.
How old is he?
He's 32, and I mean, he is like, we have a very, if there is a normal relationship,
Yeah.
very normal and very good sex.
It sounds, except for the part about him not wanting you to touch him.
Beautiful. When he's naked, I'm like totally turned on, and I can't.
Okay, hey, listen. He doesn't have hair on his ass?
Like she said, she's turned on.
He is very hairy.
Ooh,
and listen to
nice.
this. He's like gorgeous. I mean, he's like a Calvin Klein model. He's beautiful, but he shaves the hair on his back.
Oh.
And I do it for him sometimes in the shower.
Wow.
But
see that? See what guys are stupid
I'll shave
to
the
do?
hair on his back, but I can't get a blowjob.
Sounds like a deal to me, though, actually.
Well,
hey, but listen.
It's just some of these preference things, I think.
No. That's something the $10 hooker would do.
Yeah, that. So
how's he get along with his mom?
Loves his mom. He has a bad relationship with his dad.
Ooh, interesting.
His dad has, God, I hope nobody's listening, but his dad is for a long time has cheated on his mom, and it's been well known.
Does he
Probably with $10 hookers.
Does he obsess with you on like who you've been with before him, or what does he seem jealous about your past or anything like that?
I've only slept with 3 guys.
Well,
and all of them have been 5.5-year relationship type things.
All right, but still, does it? I know you don't have much of a history, but does he talk about it or care about it anyway?
Never, and he doesn't mind performing oral sex on me at all.
Here's what I bet. Wait, let me leave it. Here's what I bet. I want to hear a reaction to this.
Now.
That he probably witnessed some real battles between his mom and his dad.
Okay.
And I bet the kinds of words that were exchanged were you and your hookers and your this, and this is probably what they're doing to you, something on that order. And in his mind, I'll never be like that. I'll never treat a woman like that. I'll never be involved with a woman in that way. Maybe he's 6, 7 years old hearing this stuff. It can be converted to, okay, that's not for me. I'm a good person, and that's bad people do that.
All right. Listen, he doesn't want oral sex. I don't trust
Consider
that.
yourself lucky, honey.
I do not trust that.
Yeah, really, the same reaction you had when, what was it, caller was saying that his girlfriend wouldn't let him give her oral sex.
Yeah, I know, but but this could mean tumor. This mean brain tumor. I would get him a CAT scan immediately.
Oh.
There's a handful of guys out there who don't like having
needs to
oral
make his
sex
own
performed
choices.
on them, and I never want to talk to those guys. Jill,
Hey,
you're 32.
I am. I can't believe I'm on the talking to you guys. I love you.
Thanks.
But primarily, I called tonight just to wish Susan a happy birthday.
Thank you.
And to just say that thank you for all the sacrifices that you make for the goodness, for the good of everybody, for what Dr. Drew and Adam.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
What you guys do.
Let me tell you,
Thank you for
it's
saying
hell roaming around that palatial palace, watching satellite TV and a pair
I've
of
only been there 6 months. He's been on the radio 15 years, okay?
Angora slippers, eating bonbons,
I appreciate the compliment, and I appreciate your thanks.
and entertaining the pool
You
man.
have a great laugh, too.
Thank you.
So, anyway.
A hell of a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Look who I'm sitting next to.
Well, yeah.
Drew.
She does. It does have it's an intoxicating laugh.
She does.
But much like booze, it has its limits. Eventually, you throw up.
Oh, thanks,
too much.
honey.
I'm saying, you get too much. That's all.
Yeah, we'll make sure you get your upgrade.
Right.
Uh-oh. Little travel jab there. All right, Jill.
It's inside.
She's a wonderful woman, and I bet you'd love to switch places with her for just one night, wouldn't you?
I don't know about switching places, but I would really love to meet her.
Okay.
No, I don't mean. I mean, to be with Drew, the hairless Drew.
No, I got. You know what? I have a hairless man, and it is fabulous.
All right, but
It really is.
what's he do?
A
He
hairless chihuahua.
It's in a really good way.
Hold
It's in the
on,
right spot.
Jill. Let's compare your man to the doctor for just 1 second, because this is going to get sad. What does he do? Work at some sort of electronic supply depot or something?
Hardly. He's a painter.
Oh,
Good.
please. He paints.
Some painters are very sexy.
What kind of painting?
extremely.
What kind of paintings he do?
Not houses.
What? Apartments?
No. He's a realist painter.
He's a realist painter?
Realist.
He,
Pardon me?
Paints portraits?
Paints his own things.
Yeah, let me translate that. He's sitting at Magic Mountain under an umbrella, and he's saying to a kid, "Hey, I bet you love snowboarding, don't you?" So he's trying. Actually, I've never been snowboarding. Yeah, you love snowboarding, don't you? And then he hands him a picture of the kid on his snowboard.
You're cruel. That's not
I've
nice.
never, my family.
I don't believe that.
My family was so goddamn cheap. I was talking to someone the other day about. When you go to the Magic Mountain, or you go, the spin art.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone about spin art, and it wasn't you. Was it you, Drew? I was talking about spin art, and now I will include the portrait thing into the family, into the family outings to the arcade or the promenade or wherever the hell this, the fair, the street fair, wherever this stuff was going on. The notion that you spend like $2 on spin art, or maybe $4 or $5 on one of these caricature drawings,
No, it's more
not
like
wouldn't even bring it up.
$12.
I mean, I'd be outraged. well, this is 1973. No way. No way. I think I get a little Dr. Drew on a skateboard or something.
5 children.
But our family was, I mean, your family had money, but they were cheap, which is even, that's the shiv right there. I mean, my family's like, all right, so you're pathetic, but your family had money. But I don't even remember even discussing it or
My
talking
mom and dad
about
have
it or
those
anything.
pictures of them up on the wall at our house.
Wouldn't it be cool to see a picture from you from 1971 on a skateboard?
You wouldn't see me doing that, though.
No, yeah.
But the deal with that was
It was $3.
Whatever. Yeah, this is the equivalent. Basically, was throwing the softball at the milk bottles. That was 50 cents, and the spin art was $2.25. Out of the question. No possible. I mean, that was paper money. The other stuff was like 50 cents, 75 cents, whatever. This was $2. Forget about it. And the caricature stuff, now you're getting into $6. I mean, it's like, okay, listen, this is Christmas. How badly do you want it? Jesus, were our parents pathetic.
Break.
Well, hold on a second.
Jill.
Yeah.
Adam's done abusing you. Thanks for your call.
Now, what kind of artist? Wait, does he make any money with these so-called paintings of his?
He does. He does. Lots of it. I haven't worked for 5 years.
See?
See?
The real artist. Artiste.
Hey, Dr. Drew?
Yeah.
Do you guys need volunteers, or how is drdrew.com working?
It's working great. I mean, we're trying to build a community where people have purposeful jobs and things like that on the site. I'll tell you what you do. Email Dr. Tim at drdrew.com.
Okay, cool.
And/or, let me think who else might be directing you to Sarah. You can email Sarah. Sarah also.
Pardon me?
Sarah, S-A-R-A. Sarah Buff is her, I think her...
Because I go to the equator a lot.
Oh, no kidding. We're actually going to take over the equator and turn it into like a computer sort of showcase. And let us know. Please log on, and it's an interesting place. Bookmark it, log on.
Is that the place where the sun is closest to the earth, or
no,
is that
it's a coffee
cafe?
House. It's a coffee house.
Okay.
We're going to turn that into sort of a showcase for the site.
All right, we're going to take a little break. The lovely and allegedly talented Susan is here. She's Drew's beautiful, beautiful wife. She's celebrating 30th birthday. And Drew's other wife is celebrating, her 19th birthday? So there's much to celebrate tonight. We'll be back after this.
What's up?
Loveline will be right back.
Yeah, just hold out. Just take the money. That's what Drew said. But no, I fought for him. Thank you. Dr. Drew's over here.
Oh, no.
Beautiful wife. The lightning round.
End the year.
What does that mean?
Could be the last lightning round of the millennium.
What does that mean?
I know it'll be the last lightning round of the millennium. Where is my cowbell? God damn it. Who took my cowbell?
It's on your cow.
All right, well, there it is. But I had one. Oh, here it is. All right. You're right. We haven't done this in a long time. Let's take this over, though. Let's start this up. Do some of that lead-in music, that bumper music. Okay, here we go. Hey there, hi there, ho there. I'm your host, Ace Rockola. This is Loveline. That's my partner, Dr. Drew. And his beautiful wife, Susan. And let me tell you something. She is hot. Welcome to Lightning Round. This is the part of the show we burn through some calls and we tell you how it is and what it's going to be for the millennium now. Well, what's the time, by the way? Oh, my gosh, it's 11:49, which means it's 11 minutes away from 12 o'clock straight up. This is the Lightning Round. This is Loveline. I'm Ace Rockola, and let's go back to the phones. Speaking to Lisa. Lisa?
Yes?
You're 18?
Yes.
Let me tell you something about Susan. She is hot.
Thank you.
What's your problem there, Lisa? I'm going to read off the screen for you. Has had reoccurring dreams about her uncle. What does this mean? I'll tell you what it means. But first, let's give a quick check of the time. It's 11:49 and 31 seconds. That means it's 10 minutes and 29 seconds away from the top of the hour. You're right in the middle of the lightning round with Loveline. Susan is our guest tonight, and she is hot, hot, hot. Go ahead,
So
Dr. Drew.
what's happening in the dreams? What's happening with your uncle?
I've had a couple dreams reoccurred about him. I've been holding his hand, and I guess I've been really short holding his hand because I remember my hand being really high above my head. Anyways, I'd walk through the hallway, and I'd be walking into his room, and that would be about it.
Now, and how old's your uncle, Lisa?
How old is he now?
Yeah.
No, how old was he in 1974? And then I'll do the math, okay? You're right in the middle of the love line, lightning around, and let's give a quick check of the time. Hold on, I got to get the time out. It's very important. It's 11:50 and 27 seconds. That's 9 minutes and 33 seconds away from 12 o'clock straight up. Our guest tonight is Drew's lovely bride, Susan. She is hot, hot, hot. How old's your uncle, Lisa?
24.
24 years old. You ever had anything with him?
No.
All right, then this
I
is
wouldn't
just
worry
a
about
dream. It doesn't mean anything. You're 18 years old. I'm sure you're hot, hot, hot. And don't worry about it. Move on with your life. Jennifer, you're 17 years old. You're right in the middle of lightning round. It is 10:57 straight up. Pardon me, 10:50 and 57 seconds. Oh, man, I'm all screwed up.
Oh, really?
I got to get back on my medication. Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving yous. Jennifer.
Why is this funny?
You're 17 years old. You're right in the middle of the lightning round on Loveline. Susan's our guest tonight. She is hot, hot, hot. It is 11:51 and 24 seconds. That is 8 minutes and 36 seconds away from the top of the hour, 12 o'clock straight up.
Asshole.
Jennifer, what's going on? You're 17 years old. Your boyfriend likes the finger in his butt. Am I right? He likes the stink finger?
Right.
Yeah.
Finger.
Adam, can I ask you a question really fast?
Ace Rockall, if you please, and let me just give the timeout. It is 11:52. That is 8 minutes away from the top of the hour. Yeah, what's on your mind, listener?
Well, just really quickly, what are you on?
I'm high on life, and at least I don't have my finger in my boyfriend's ass. But it's what he enjoys. Does it make him gay? No. Does it help? Yes. We're moving on. We're going to Brian. Brian is 14 years old.
Yeah, we're talking.
Hey, yeah, I just want to say this is the best show on the radio.
Thank you, Bri.
Man show, and
Even when you're not smoking pot, you think so?
Drew, you're the smartest man alive.
He certainly is.
He is. It's scary.
And speaking of smart, his lovely bride is our guest tonight.
And I'm hot, hot, hot.
Beautiful Susan. She's 40 years young, and she is hot, hot, hot. It's 11:52 and 44 seconds. That's 7 minutes and 16 seconds away from the top of the hour. And let's hop right back to the phones where we're speaking to young Karen. Karen is 19 years old. She's on line 4 west of the Rockies. What's going on, Karen?
Hi, it's Corinne, actually.
Corinne.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's okay.
Let me give the timeout real quick. It's 11:53 and 9 seconds. That's 6 minutes and 51 seconds away from the top of the hour. Go ahead, Corinne.
Okay, at the beginning of the year, I came down with a really bad case of strep throat. I went to a doctor. He asked me a lot of specific questions about my drinking habits. I would say that I'm an excessive drinker. About the end of November, I came down again with a really bad cold, and it turned into bronchitis. And I went to another doctor.
Hey, Karen?
Yeah?
Let me tell you something about me. I don't drink, I don't cuss, and I don't smoke. God damn it, I left my cigarettes at the bar. Let me give the timeout real fast here, hon. Just get some business here. It's 11:53 and 53 seconds. That is 6 minutes and 7 seconds away from the top of the hour, 12 o'clock straight up. You're listening to the Loveline. I'm Ace Rockall. That's my partner, the Love Doctor, Dr. Drew, and his beautiful wife, Susan, and she is hot, hot, hot. All right, Corinne, you went to the doctor.
did. She again asked me very specific questions about my drinking habits, and I'm just wondering, could my drinking causing me to get sick?
Absolutely. Your immune system does not, it's almost like having AIDS sometimes when the alcoholism is severe. The immune system does not work right. We got to go to break.
Let me tell you something about our guest before we leave. She is hot, 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 and this Corinne, she is drunk, drunk, drunk. We're going to take a little break, but don't you go anywhere, my little radio
drunk,
kitties.
drunk.
Corinne is.
Oh, okay, good.
We'll be right back after we take a quick time out. Oh, that's all right. I'm having enough of these remakers type of conversations. This is the old Susan that I miss. One that doesn't make sense. All right.
I just have an eye for television.
I know you claim to because your favorite shows are the Stephen J. Cannell abortions. Jesus, her biggest influence in TV is the biggest hack of all time, Stephen J. Cannell, who.
I like La Femme Nikita. Sorry.
Well, that's not Stephen J. Cannell.
So
you like all that.
Well,
other,
I don't like
you
that
like all
anymore.
that other junk that. He's a renegade. He's roaming the Badlands.
No, I don't like those. Those aren't my style.
He was accused.
I like the X-Files.
He was framed, and here's a twist, for a crime. Guess what? Didn't commit.
I like Market Watch.
All right.
Hey,
all right. I want to thank Happy New Year. Thank you all for listening. Keep yourself in one piece, and we'll talk to you when we come back this Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
He wants to groom this child for his, abuse farm.
Well, now. This has been Loveline. The stuff expressed on Loveline is not necessarily the stuff of the staff, management, sponsors, or anyone else, including Westwood One Entertainment. Loveline is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingold. Now, please enjoy these birds.